This here is our boat, and it's going into the unknown. Ever since I was a wee little boy many years ago, my biggest fear of being on a boat is me and my boat being eaten by a whale. If I knew anything about whales, I would know their esophagus is about the size of a grapefruit. And if I saw a story like this, I would know this guy wasn't really swallowed by a whale. He was just inside of its mouth for a little bit and then he was spat out. No biggie. A few months ago, on the 4th of that month to be precise, earlier in the summer, it was July I believe, I saw these bubbles forming around our boat and I got really scared because when you see bubbles like this forming on the surface of the big ocean near where the whales are, you know a whale is about to come out of the deep, swallowing everything in its path. And if you happen to be one of those little fish that whales love so much, that throat of the whale will be the last thing you're ever gonna see. I know I'm larger than a grapefruit and one whale cannot eat me, especially when I'm on such a big boat, and I know this because I consulted with the foremost experts in the field.
Whale's not gonna eat you. You suck.
You're larger than a grapefruit. A whale cannot eat this boat.
But Camille, look at this.
That is just a really bad special effect.
Oh no, it's squeezing all of the water out of our boat.
No!
No! Having said that, this was no one whale coming. These were multitudes of whales. And this boat can only resist so many whales before succumbing to their eating prowess. Or so I thought. Sometimes I would be looking at these boats so helpless, just sitting there in the water, waiting. Oh no! Bye-bye, little boat. Later on, I found out these whales weren't gonna eat our boat anyway.
That wasn't gonna happen. That's ridiculous.
That's so stupid. No.
What?
No.
But Camille!
No.
What about common sense?
No.
But for now, scared, I stood there.
Oh, I'm so scared.
And I waited. What happened next? I cannot tell because I briefly fainted. And the story about what really happened will change depending on who you ask.
Nothing happened.
Everything happened. They ate us and then they pooped us and now we're back here again. It's too horrible to say out loud.
But what I do know is that we all survived, and we did it together. So we decided to go back to Provincetown and celebrate with fireworks. It was very foggy on our way home, at least for some of us, and luckily for everyone, we weren't swallowed by the fog either, because this is what we'd be looking at instead, and it just wouldn't be as enlightening. And while the rest of Provincetown celebrated their 4th of July, the Independence Day of America, we, on our humble little boat, were just really happy not to be inside of a belly of a whale, because it's very dark in there.
stupid. And now we're back here again.
That's ridiculous.